Bill Napier. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna tell you, and it might hurt me, and it might be to my success, but yes, I'm gonna be biased for Bill Napier. I think he's just such a stand-up coach. Um, he does a good job working with these kids. He has a good strategic plan. He knows what he's doing, man, and he could do something here at Florida. Florida wants to be strongly back in the contentions. They don't want to be we made it to a bowl game the team. They want to be what Georgia is right now on this side of the conference. So Billy and Napier, second year, 6-7 last year, 5-2 at home, 1-3 away. 5-2 at home is protecting the house, and I respect that. He got 6 returning on offense, 5 on defense, and he brings in a nice little 10 transfers. Well, actually, I have 11 over here, but let's see what it looks like. Let's unroll it. What do you think about Bill Napier and what he did last year, coming into this year, second year here at Florida, Mr. Florida, Big Ragu, the sauce? Let him know what's up.
Hey, this college is 30 minutes up the street from where I live, basically. A little, maybe 45, depending on traffic. But yeah, Napier last year, I was high on Napier. You know what he did, how he brought a couple of kids back from Louisiana. You know, he's a heavy run based coach. You know, he likes the running game, and I don't think it ticked off like it would have. He had liked it last year, so they had it was a big adjustment, not for him as a coach, but I think just kind of filling in the pieces. I don't think things went as planned from this year. I think this year will be a little better for him. So we probably find some value on the Gators this year, I would say, because they always have ultra talent. There's always talent all over the field for Florida, and I know Napier has done some good things. You know, he kind of passed. He should have been an SC coach when he was helping Saban out, but he passed to go to Louisiana, and now he's seen that opportunity to jump on the Florida job. So it's probably well deserved for him. I don't think he attributed the success he wanted last season, but I think this year he'll probably take a step forward here. I wouldn't say write the season off for him last year, but just all the things didn't kind of fall into place for him last year. I mean, not a total washout. You know, he still had what, 6 wins last year, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6 wins. But the big one came early on against Utah. And I thought, hey, man, this team's on track right off from get, you know. But then, you know, very spotty, very up and down season for them last year. But I think, yeah, Napier, quality coach, quality guy, has a good scheme, good game plan. And I look for the defense to be solid. I think they get back to basics with the running game this year.
Yeah, I think definitely the same thing. This guy's an offensive line type coach, so definitely he's going to establish the run. Last year he was 26 with the run, 90 with the pass, 61 with points per game. Now he brings in Graham Mertz from Wisconsin, which a lot of people, you know, they don't have a lot of good things to say about Mertz, but I think in this offense he might get to throw the ball and showcase a little more of his skills. He'll probably, because even though Napier is a run first guy, he uses the run to open up the pass. So I think they should run the ball well, allow him to hit the defense when they're soft. So I think Mertz could emerge to be something we never seen him as at quarterback. And on the running back, they have one of your old favorites, ETN's brother, right? And
Trevor,
then they also have
he's a speedster too. Yeah, he's a quality running back.
Yeah, so they have running back by committee with Montel Johnson, him, and then he also has a couple big wide receiver targets to throw to as well. So I think the offense will do good. They'll develop a little more, and they'll squeeze out a little better than last year. If they came in points per game at 60, I'm gonna say they bring it down. They'll be ranked somewhere in I'll say the 40s and 50s instead of the 60s this year on offense, and they'll be top tier running the ball. I believe it's going to rely on that pass.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had Richardson last year. You know, was with the Colts, and he's going to be the Colts starting quarterback. So he was like an X factor type quarterback. You're not going to get that with Mertz, but I think you're right. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think with Mertz, when he was at Wisconsin, didn't have the talent around him to kind of produce, because they were like a run first offense. We know that for a fact for Wisconsin, but they're more tight end, run built. Here with Florida, I think the passing game is going to open up a little bit more, and we'll see if he can put his talents on display to kind of press the ball down the field and make those 10, 12, 15-yard short routes, and maybe some of those Florida talented receivers they have, maybe we'll see what kind of arm he's got and air it out 20-plus yards down the field.
Yep. And then over on the defensive side of things, where they're stacking it up in the front seven, the linemen, the defensive linemen are big. Like I see them at 320, couple 300-pounders and more at the defensive line position. So they loaded in the front half to try to slow down the run, which they need to do because they're giving up. They're ranked number 95 with the rush, number 74 with the pass, and the secondary is very talented with some depth. So just going to need some fine coaching out of the defensive coordinator. Who is it? Austin Armstrong and Sean Spencer. So they have co-defensive coordinators. So two guys doing the work of one. I think they should be able to slim some of that down too this year and get a lot better on defense. And that's going to equate into some wins that they might not have got last year. It was about 2 games, I believe. One of them was a really fluke game. I can't remember what happened. Something stupid at the end that they lost one. So that team really should have had 8 wins last year, but they walked away with, I believe, 6. So I think they're going to get those 8 wins or maybe even more this year. And they could be a dark horse as well, just out of Napier's coaching style and the other teams having to adjust. So
they had Tennessee on the ropes last year.
Yeah, they had Tennessee on the ropes too.
Yeah, Tennessee, and then they lost to both Tennessee teams like they should have. They could have won those games. Vandy and Tennessee both beat them on the road last year. They were on the road last year. Florida was on the road, but they could have won both of those games. So 5.5 wins. I think I'm going to be on the over.
Yeah, I like the over in that one as well. Even if the quarterback doesn't work out for them, they still have enough running game to get 6 wins. I think 6 wins is probably like a mandatory staple for Billy Napier. I have to see if he ever had a season under 6 wins. But really good coach. They're going to really get after it this year. They're going to compete on a high level. Good special teams too. He's a special team guy, yeah. He has this guy, Chris Couch, who they call the game changer at special teams.
Yeah, so they got good special teams for them. So they'll be right there. So who's number one in special teams? FBS again. Close to apple didn't fall far from the tree. Beamer, South Carolina.
Sean Beamer, yeah. Yep. And they do have a tough schedule though. We're gonna see again with Utah opening up again. The proof is in the pudding. Sort of a revenge game with Tennessee. So it's going to be a rocky mountain for them to climb. But, I mean, they could do it. They're the team that could do it. He's a coach that could get it done. And I'm the biased bettor that's going to back him on doing it.
Yeah, it almost has a mirror schedule last year. Similar, very similar. Probably like 80% of the schedules like where they were last year. So there'll be some familiarity. They'll clean some stuff up, and then the stuff that they messed up on. I'm not cheering for the Gators. I've been cheering for them every time except for when they play Florida State. But usually us FSU fans, we're Gator haters, but I'm not a hater. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
There we go, all the time. But that's basically it for the SEC right here, Ragu. It was wonderful waking up this Saturday morning and